Assalamu alaikum sisters, welcome back to part 2 of the Girl Talk series. This video is packed with real advice, heartfelt talk, and reminders we all need. So grab a coffee, tea, your favorite snack, and let's get straight into it. How can one cope with loneliness or feeling left out? It definitely sucks to be on your own most of the time. Even if you're an introvert, you enjoy being alone, but sometimes you realize you don't have many friends or even your family is more social than you are. Understand that even the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ felt isolated. He lost Khadija, may Allah be pleased with her, and his uncle Abu Talib in the same year. And look at Prophet Ibrahim ﷺ. His loneliness was on another level. His own father rejected him, and he was threatened, cast out, and thrown into a fire. But yet what did he say? Indeed, I will go where my Lord has commanded me. He will guide me. Use your loneliness as a bridge to Allah. When no one checks up on you, Allah still knows your heart. When no one invites you, Allah still calls you to salah. When no one understands, Allah is the one who knows all. At the same time, don't assume that you're unwanted. So shaitan's gonna whisper things like they don't like you, they don't want to be around you. But maybe your loneliness isn't a rejection, it's a redirection. Maybe Allah is pulling you inward to protect your peace or prepare you for better company. In the meantime, instead of asking why didn't they include me, ask who can I show love today? Be the friend you wish you had. Understand, sister, better company is written for you. Allah's al-Latif, subtle and gentle in his plans. Trust that the friends who truly see you and value you will arrive, right on time. How do I stop fantasizing about my future man and focus on myself? Fantasizing about your future husband can feel harmless, even sweet, but if you're constantly lost in when will he come, you're missing the most powerful thing. You are in your prime right now. Not when you get married, not when he finally shows up, but now, in your stillness, in your becoming, in your go up for Allah and the Akhirah. Look, a man will not complete you. Allah already did. Ask yourself, who am I becoming right now? Your future man isn't the prize. You are. Focus on building the version of you that walks with Allah, that's healed, radiant, and intentional. This will also prepare you for marriage as well. And redirect your romantic energy. That longing you feel right now, it is sacred, but don't pour it all into a man who doesn't even exist yet. Pour it into du'as that shake the heavens, becoming a woman of Jannah, loving the girl you're becoming in the mirror. Because if you don't love yourself now, no husband will ever fix that for you. How to deal with body image issues as a hijabi. I love this question because honestly, we don't talk enough about how it wasn't putting on the hijab that was difficult. It was actually learning how to love how we looked in the hijab. Wearing the hijab is a beautiful act of obedience, but it also shines a spotlight on how we feel about ourselves underneath. Remember, hijab isn't about hiding imperfection. It's about honoring your soul. The whole idea of hijab teaches us that beauty is so much more than the shape or style. It's your character, confidence, and faith. Be gentle with your body. It is still a gift from Allah. Speak to it kindly. Take care of it. Thank it for everything it does for you. Stop thinking about how do I look to how do I feel. Are you comfortable, confident, at peace? When you dress modestly, ask yourself, am I allowing my hijab and dress to empower me, or am I letting insecurities control how I feel about myself? Am I comparing myself to unrealistic images or standards that don't align with my values? Do I understand that what I'm wearing is all to please Allah? Limit comparing yourself on social media. This is the biggest thing that even non-Muslim women are also dealing with, being on social media and seeing perfect looking people online and they feel bad about themselves. Even hijabi influencers have struggles and filters. Their videos are shot in a perfect way, perfect angle. Remember, everyone's journey is unique, and what you see online isn't always real. No two hijabis look the same, and that is a blessing. Your shape, your style, your smile, all are beautiful because Allah created you with intention. Hijab won't erase insecurities overnight, but it does give you a chance to rebuild your self-love on a stronger, deeper foundation. Start loving yourself for who you are, because Allah already does. How to consistently make our daily prayers when as a Muslimah our energy can get low sometimes. This is a great question because I think only now as Muslim women are realizing the unique state of our female bodies and the hormones that we have to deal with. And definitely it can impact our prayers. But did you know that the feeling of your energy being drained is actually a natural part of the hormonal cycles Allah has created within us? The female body goes through phases each month shaped by hormones that affect not just how we feel physically, but emotionally and spiritually too. This is called cycle syncing. We never learn this in school, and I'm going to walk you through it. The menstrual phase. Your body is shedding the uterine lining, your period has started, and your energy is at a low start. What to do? Treat prayer times as quiet time, or dhikr, dua, or peaceful reflection. Keep your prayer rhythm alive mentally so it's easier to return after your period. Make ghusl as soon as your period ends so you can catch fajr or whatever prayer on time the next morning, rather than delaying it and having your motivation sink down as well to pray again. The follicular phase. This is a time where your hormones will start rising and your energy and focus improve. This is your natural fresh start phase. So when it comes to prayer, do wudu early for each salah so you're always ready. Use this high energy window to pray on time and with presence. Set a gentle alarm 10 to 15 minutes before prayer so then give yourself some time to get into that mindset of praying and setting the intention. The ovulation phase. Your hormones at your peak, making you feel energized, radiant, and socially connected. Spiritually, this is an amazing time for depth in worship. Try to pray at the earliest time, right after the azan, to set the tone for the day. Stand longer in salah and focus on heartfelt sujood. Pray more nafil and sunnah prayers. Set up a prayer spot that you like that will strengthen your routine. The luteal phase. PMS, as we all know, usually happens in this phase. Your hormones start to shift to prepare for your next period, and it can cause low energy, mood changes, and mental fog. So in this phase, rest before salah, not after. Lie down 10 minutes before so you don't miss it. If you're truly feeling tired, lower the pressure for yourself. Just complete the 5 fard, even if short and quiet. Avoid scrolling for prayer. It's going to drain your willpower. Aside from this, make your prayers easy to do. Put reminders on your phone, get a simple prayer jilbab, create a small inviting prayer space. Maybe the Quran or a dua book nearby. Something that makes your prayer spot feel welcoming. The goal is to remove barriers, so when the time comes, your body and mind are ready to start praying with ease and focus. Recently learned about some murder cases, taking a heavy toll on me, and I feel very down thinking about it. I think this question is something that we rarely talk about and is so swept under the rug, and how when we read cases like this, we just think about why would Allah allow something to happen to somebody so innocent? Where was Allah in this time? Why didn't Allah do anything? But here's the thing we need to remember. We see with the eyes of this world, but Allah sees with the eyes of the unseen. Understand that Allah allows evil, but He does not love it. Allah is not the cause of evil. Humans choose evil with the free will He gave us. He allows it temporarily, yes, but for a purpose beyond our limited understanding. Why? Because this life is not Jannah. It's a test ground. Without the existence of pain, there would be no meaning to mercy, justice, or even reward. And understand, the most horrific moments in this life are followed by immense compensation in the next. Children who die unjustly, they're in Jannah. And the oppressors, not a speck of their crime goes unaccounted for. And again, justice will always come, but it won't always come in the dunya. If you believe in the akhirah, then you must believe that every wrong will be made right. In the Quran, Allah says, "Do not think Allah is unaware of what the wrongdoers do. He only delays them for a time." And sister, when you read about cases like this, be sad, but don't lose faith. If someone dies unjustly, their pain was seen. Allah saw it all. He is Ash-Shahid, the all-witnessing. And He is Al-Latif, so gentle, so subtle in His care, that even in moments of horror, His mercy is always acting in ways we cannot grasp. Even when Hazrat Asya, may Allah be pleased with her, when she was being tortured, the angels would use their wings to shade her. Instead of asking yourself, why didn't Allah protect them? Ask this: even if I, small and powerless, feel this much heartbreak for them, then how much must Allah, the most merciful, care? What reward must He have prepared for those who suffered patiently? In the hadith, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "No one who enters paradise would like to return to the world, except the martyr, who would wish to return to be martyred again." How to defeat doubts and actually improve your deen. Knowing what to do and actually doing it can feel like two completely different things, especially when doubts creep in and the heart feels heavy. And recognize that doubts are a sign you care, and it's just shaitan getting in the way of that. Start small and steady. You don't have to fix everything overnight. If you try to, that will lead to burnout and will set you back much further than you already were. Pick one small thing, like praying Sunnah Fajr, reading one verse daily, and commit to that. Consistency beats intensity. Allah values your intention more than the flawless action. Keep renewing your niyyah before every act of worship. Whenever a negative thought pops up, challenge it with the Quran and Sunnah. For example, if you think I'm not good enough, remind yourself. Indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Now, implementation. It is a muscle you build over time. Start small, forgive quickly, and keep moving forward. Mostly, people overwhelm themselves before implementing, and it feels hard the first time because of that. So how to go about it wisely is like this. Break it down into tiny steps. Instead of, I need to read Quran every day, start with just one verse or 5 minutes daily. That goal will build momentum over time. Use reminders and anchors. Tie your new habit to something you already do. For example, right after brushing your teeth, say your dua. Be kind to yourself. You will slip up. You will have off days. That's human. What matters is that you come back and try again without harsh judgment. Lastly, keep your intention alive always. Before you start, remind yourself why you want this, to please Allah. If you follow these steps, you'll be able to implement what you want to do and grow closer in your deen, inshallah. I'm in love with someone and I can't forget. What do I do? It can be difficult when someone takes up that much space in your mind and heart. You see them in your dreams, you think about them all the time. But sis, pause for a moment and ask yourself, do I even truly know him? Does he even know you? Are you holding on to an idea, a hope, a version of him that you've created? And also, girl, be honest, did you lower your gaze? Because when we don't, your heart catches feelings way faster than they should. Allah told us to guard our eyes for a reason. What starts with a glance can turn into months or years of emotional attachment. Sometimes what you're attached to isn't actually the person, but the feelings they gave you, or the version of yourself that you are when you're around him. That emotional pull is strong, but it doesn't always mean it's right. Love before marriage isn't the Islamic way. If something is meant to be, there's a halal path for it. But you find that there is no halal path with this guy in particular that you're in love with, until then, you're only hurting yourself by feeding the fantasy. If he's not willing to marry you, every moment spent holding on delays your healing and what Allah has actually written for you. Have you even asked yourself what kind of husband he's gonna be? Who you are looking for in a husband? Do you even want to get married? Make dua. Ask Allah to purify your heart, to detach from him if he isn't written for you, and to give you something far better if that's the case. Understand marriage is a huge commitment, and you need to take it very seriously. If you feel like you can't do any of these things, then ask Allah to guide you down the right path. Because real love begins when it's blessed by Allah. How do I avoid falling to zina at university? Going to university is a very exciting time in your life, but it's also a fitna-filled place. So keep it simple. Stick to yourself. You don't need to network with every guy in your program. Find a like-minded sister, just one, to walk in classes with, eat lunch with, or pray with. If you can't find anyone, that's okay too. Be content with yourself. Join the MSA, but only if it keeps you grounded, not if it's co-ed hangouts with a Muslim label slapped on. Lower your gaze. Seriously, that's one habit that can save your heart and your akhirah. Protect your alone time. Fill it with dhikr, good lectures, and purposeful rest. Don't linger. If your friends aren't around, go home. I would do this myself, either go straight home or go to a cafe to study or to just read a book and spend time for myself. No aimless hanging out equals no unnecessary interactions. It works, trust me. Now look, if you're hoping to find your future husband in university, then maybe that will happen, or maybe it won't. And sis, that's okay. Just because you're surrounded by Muslim guys doesn't mean one of them is meant for you. Sometimes we have this idea about the whole halal love story, starting between classes or at MSA events, but real life isn't a drama series. If Allah wants you to find him there, and if you keep it halal, by Allah's will, it will happen. And when you feel like your life isn't quote unquote exciting or you're not really living your life, remember your why. You're being loyal to Allah and you're not doing something that will displease him. And he never forgets those who stayed obedient for his sake. Whenever I want to wear the hijab, my friends tell me that I wouldn't look good in it. Are they right? Am I ugly? What am I supposed to do? Sis, I don't think those are your real friends. If someone mocks your modesty, something Allah honors, they are mocking what makes you beautiful in the sight of your Lord. And let's be real, if a girl feels the need to comment on your looks, she's deflecting from her own insecurities. That's not love. That's not friendship. That is shade. Now, I don't know if your friends are Muslim, but if they are, then they are committing a horrible sin by putting you down. Even if they're not practicing Muslims, that does not give them the right to speak to you like that. It is not acceptable at all to make anyone feel bad and put them down. I would recommend that you try to confront them on how they make you feel. If they genuinely care about you, They will stop making fun of you. If not, then as hard as it is, stop hanging out with them. Allah will replace them with better friends for you. Second, let me remind you, you are not ugly. You are just surrounded by the wrong mirrors. Hijab doesn't hide your beauty, it refines it. And trust me, anyone who tries to make you feel less than because you wear hijab has no idea what beauty is. Love yourself for how Allah created you. If you think you're ugly, then are you saying that the most perfect creator made a mistake in creating you? Allah chose you for hijab. What greater compliment is there? I feel numb. I don't feel any joy in worship or anything when I sin. I feel like Allah is a distant, scary judge. How do I fix this? First of all, thank you for being honest. You're not broken, sis. You're just disconnected. And you're brave enough to say it out loud. That numbness you feel is a symptom. Not a sign you're doomed. Not a sign that you're far gone. It's your heart missing Allah but not knowing how to reach Him again. And I promise you, He is not a distant, scary judge. He is Al-Wadud, the most loving, Al-Latif, the one who gently guides hearts without us even realizing. Sometimes we confuse emotional highs with spiritual connection. But faith isn't just about feeling, it's about returning, again and again, even numb, even tired, even sinful. Talk to Allah raw. Like, Ya Allah, I feel nothing. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I want you. I need you. Watch your inputs. What you consume affects your soul, remember that. Replace mindless scrolling with Quran recitations, reminders, or even the sheets. Something that doesn't waste your time or make your heart weak. Do one small act daily just for Allah. One sujood, one sincere astaghfirullah, one verse with meaning, anything like that. Don't aim for perfection, aim for sincerity. Picture Allah's mercy, not just His anger. Remember, whenever you sin, remember something. In an authentic hadith, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that if we did not sin, Allah would replace us with a nation who would sin. They would always seek forgiveness from Allah. SubhanAllah. You may have done something wrong, but that doesn't mean the doors of mercy are closed. Allah wants you to come and ask for His forgiveness. Why would He say that He is the most merciful, all-forgiving? Sis, even the feeling of numbness you feel right now is a mercy. It's a warning sign. That means your heart is still alive enough to notice something's off, and that's huge. So many Muslims have dead hearts, but not you. Sometimes the quiet, numb effort is the most beloved to Him. Keep returning, read the Quran, understand its meaning. That's all Allah asks. Is Islam mostly about following rules or building a relationship with Allah? Sis, you can only follow the rules when you have a relationship with Allah. Islam isn't just a checklist of do's and don'ts. It's a whole path, a journey. The rules, they're not just there to restrict you. They're there to protect you. When you only focus on the rules of Islam without understanding what you're doing it for and who you're doing it for, it will feel dry for you. But when you realize that Allah is Ar-Rahman, the one who sees your every pain and still invites you to Him, that's when obedience becomes love. That's when salah becomes comfort. That's when modesty becomes honor. When you realize that Allah is the most wise, then you will understand why those rules were made. And when you trust His wisdom, you'll stop seeing the rules as restrictions and start seeing them as a mercy, and as a way to protect your heart, your future, and your akhirah. It's like a parent pulling their child away from something dangerous, even if the child doesn't understand it in the moment, but the love is there. That's Allah with us. So don't separate the rules from the relationship. The rules exist because of the relationship. Reflect on how deeply Allah knows you, and you'll find yourself naturally wanting to obey Him, not out of fear, but out of longing, out of love. Islam starts with La ilaha illallah, not don't do this. That tells you everything you need to know. I can't get bad thoughts out of my head. Things like listening to music keep coming back to me. Can you help me? Like I said before, the fact that you're even bothered by these thoughts means your heart is still alive. Your iman is still alive. Shaitan tries to whisper these things to all of us, especially when he sees us trying to walk toward Allah. So don't be too hard on yourself. Here are some tips. Don't panic over the thought itself. Allah doesn't hold us accountable for what pops into our minds, only what we act on. So when the thought comes, say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And move on. Don't give the thought power by obsessing over it. Remember, that's also very important. Replace it with something better. If you keep thinking of music, try listening to something that soothes your soul. Quran recitation, Islamic reminders, podcasts, even white noise. Slowly your brain starts to rewire to crave better input. Make dua from the heart. Tell Allah, Ya Allah, remove these thoughts from my heart. Replace them with your love. Be raw and honest. Allah loves when we come to Him in our weakness. And like before, watch your input. If you're scrolling TikTok or Instagram and hear snippets of songs, it will replay back in your head. Don't feed what you're trying to fight. Mute the volume when you're on these platforms. Protect your heart like it's a garden. Don't let weeds grow. And lastly, be patient. Bad habits and thoughts don't disappear overnight. But every time you choose to resist, even a little, that's a win. Allah sees your effort every single time you choose Him. And with your consistency and His mercy, it will become easier. How can I stop scrolling and have productive days? We've all been there. Suddenly it's 1 a.m. and you've watched 47 cake videos, 12 outfit reels, and 3 Quranic reminders that you feel convinced by but didn't act on. Set screen time limits on TikTok, Instagram, and actually obey them. Or better, delete the apps and tell a friend or family member, if I download this again before next Friday, call me out. Your mornings are sacred. If the first thing you touch is your phone, that scroll will eat your whole day away. Instead, start with morning fajr, short walk, Quran, journaling. Even 20 minutes will shift your whole vibe. Make a plan. Write down 3 goals for the break. 1 spiritual, like memorizing 5 short surahs. 1 mental, reading 1 book. 1 fun, redecorating your room, starting a halal side hustle, things like that. Then break them into tiny steps and do 1 thing daily. Romanticize your deen. Instead of watching 500 vlogs of girls romanticizing their lives, go live yours. Put on a soft abaya, make tea, play Quran, clean your space, write du'as. You're the main character, girl. Act like it. And lastly, remember, time is part of your akhirah. Every moment you're alive in a moment, you can draw nearer to Allah or drift further away. You don't need a perfect schedule. You just need to remember sincere intention and tiny, consistent actions that will build your bricks in Jannah. This holiday, be the girl who glows from the inside out. How do you know if you have a good friend in Islam? She reminds you of Allah whenever you hang out with her. She's gentle with your faults, but firm with your growth. If you're slipping in your deen, she will lovingly check you, because she cares more about your akhirah than your feelings. She doesn't gossip about you either, or shame you. She respects your boundaries. She makes deen feel like home. You guys talk about marriage, love, heartbreak, and qiyam and eyeliner all in one conversation. She's a sister who makes you feel safe and seen, spiritually and emotionally. So ask yourself, does this friendship bring me closer to Allah or just closer to sin and destruction? Good friends are rare. If you have even one, cherish her. And most importantly, be that kind of friend too. What's the right age to get married? Let's get one thing straight here. There is no single right age for marriage in Islam. It's not 18, it's not 25, it's not even when your cousin gets married or your timeline says you're quote-unquote behind. But that doesn't mean you don't think about it wisely. Understand, first, know yourself. Marriage is not an escape. It's not the fix for loneliness or desire. Ask yourself, am I emotionally ready to commit to someone long-term? Do I know what I want in a deen-centered life partner? Am I able to serve, give, compromise, forgive, and grow? Really think about the answers you have to these questions. Number 2, your biological clock is real. That doesn't mean panic, but it also doesn't mean ignore it. As women, our fertility does have a timeline, and that's not something to be ashamed of. It's just part of Allah's design. So if you do want kids someday, it's crucial to plan accordingly. Do istikhara. Just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's your qadr right now. Maybe Allah is still building your heart, your patience, your finances, or even protecting you. Pray istikhara, keep your heart soft, trust His timing. Number 4, don't wait until you're perfect. You're not going to wake up one day with all your issues solved. If you're actively working on your deen, your akhlaq, your emotional maturity, you're already on the right path. A good spouse will help you continue to grow, and Allah will send that person at the right time. Bottom line, there's no ideal age, but there is an ideal mindset. I'm starting my first year of uni. How do I actually balance deen and dunya without burning out? Uni is overwhelming. We don't talk about that enough. New classes, new people, new temptations. But there's also your chance to build the real you. Here's how to manage your time like a queen who fears Allah and dreams big. Number 1, anchor your day with salah. Make salah the non-negotiable backbone of your schedule. Not the thing you squeeze in between lectures, but the centerpiece of your day. Block prayer times on your calendar. Yes, even on exam days. Watch how Allah gives you barakah because you put Him first. Use the 3D focus method. Deen, Dunya, dreams. Every day, do 1 thing for your deen. Quran, Islamic podcasts, dhikr. 1 thing for your dunya, assignments, class readings. And 1 thing for your dreams, your future goals, business, passion, skills. That's it. Keep it simple, keep it intentional. Surround yourself with sisters. Seriously, MSA is your golden ticket if it's the right one. Even if you're shy, just go to one event. Having a hijabi study buddy or someone who gets it can change your whole experience. Limit the scroll. Every wasted hour on social media is a lost hour in your akhirah and your assignment. But use the app timers. Put your phone in a drawer when studying. You don't have time to waste. You've got big goals and Jannah to earn. Start your mornings like a woman of Jannah. Wake up early, pray Fajr, make dua, go for a walk. This is your glow up hour before school. It sets the tone for a focused, faithful, and fierce day. Every time you choose Allah in private, every time you resist the wrong crowd, every time you put in hard work with sincere intentions, you're building something beautiful. This isn't just university. It's your training ground for Dunya and Deen. How can I start learning more about the Quran little by little, the meaning of surahs, stories of Islam in general? What kind of vids would you recommend? I personally use the Bayana Institute app and absolutely love it. It is filled with lessons on Quranic Arabic, tafsir, and practical Islamic knowledge that really help me deepen my understanding of the Deen. I use it almost every day, and I think it's perfect for beginners, super easy to understand with breakdowns. I also love the Man Ali Khan, and the app even has amazing stories about the prophets and sahabas and even the sahabiyat. I promise you this is not sponsored, I just love the app and it's only $13.99 a month. Truly an investment in our deen. I highly recommend you get a subscription. I fell in love with one of my classmates and he liked me too, but we stopped talking because it's haram. Can I talk to him in the group even though we're not planning to get married now because we're still studying? Girl, I think you already know the answer. Even in a class group, engaging with him can stir feelings that aren't appropriate right now for you. Keep it polite and professional if he talks, but don't go out of your way to chat. Keep putting those boundaries, focus on your studies, and you'll have peace of mind. And there you have, sisters. Thank you guys so much for your questions. I enjoyed answering them so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.